Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to Halloween Day 27. We're so close to Halloween, I can almost taste it. Today's look is obviously Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas. I had the idea to have him look normal most of the time, but then when you flash a black light on him, his bugs and that burlap just comes to life. Just like in the movie, how he's normal, but then he gets colorful as fuck, and his bugs are all crawling around and shit. It's pretty cool. Anyways, I love this look. I hope you guys do too. It's probably one of my favorites. All product details will be listed down below as usual. Let's do it. Starting out by sketching where we want our mouth and our little eye holes, we want to try to hide our features as much as possible. The nose holes and the line of the lips will be big giveaways. So we want to create those inside the mouth so that that can be hidden. And same with our eye shape. We want to make sure that we create it so that our actual eyes are hidden inside. My brows already are glued down, just so you guys are aware. I started adding latex all around the mouth and then using cotton to build it up. Sure have been going ham in the cotton and latex this year. You can use just about anything if you want. You can use third degree, you could use gelatin, whatever. I just like the look that cotton and latex does give because it does give kind of a textured look, which is perfect for his burlap. Keep building this on, and I especially built it right under my bottom lip because we want that to be as hidden as possible. We don't want our bottom lip to be sticking out over, so we need to then build that up just a little bit. Same with around the nose, we want to try to hide that as much as possible. And let these dry between layers. You could even use a hair dryer if you want to speed up the process. Build up around the eyes, and the main focus of this is the top of the eyes because that is where his most expression is. It's kind of like his creepy eyebrows. Just want to build those up real big. I went ahead and used a hair dryer to dry it all together. You can tell probably by the color change, and then powder that with a generous amount of powder. Now, so that our mouth and our eyes are super hidden inside, I'm using some black body paint, but if you are wearing this out for Halloween, I would suggest using probably like a gel liner or a waterproof liner of some sort, just because these body paints are activated by water, so you don't want it to run. It shouldn't be a problem, but just in case. For his burlap color, I went in with a foundation shade that's very close to my own, and just put this all over. I'm using a cream foundation because it will stick into the latex really nice. And do remember though that latex does take color differently than your skin, so you will have to layer on your actual skin a bit. I brought this down on my neck, but it's just because I was still stained from the look previously. I powdered the living shit out of my face so that it would stay in place everywhere I wanted it. And then going in with a darker foundation shade, I'm going to just contour out the features a little bit, focusing around the perimeter of my actual face. Same with my collarbones, I brought those out just a little bit more, but I didn't go too ham. Kept it pretty light. This look is all about texture. I have this sponge that I just got from a craft store. You can get them pretty much anywhere. And you want to sponge this all over the look. I'm using a lighter color, I'm using some darker browns, absolutely everywhere because burlap is textured out the dick hole. My favorite saying. Oogie Boogie's mouth has these big kind of stitch marks, but they're not exactly straight up stitches. So I'm just taking some of that foundation and darkening between each little stitch. When I was molding the cotton and latex, I did have that in mind, so you should probably have that in mind too, that you will be making these little bumps and these little ridges. So try to first create that a little bit with the cotton and latex and then go in to darken around with the makeup. Keep it darkest in the middle line that you first press down, and then just kind of blend it around so it looks like that fabric is going into that crease. Add a little wrinkle of the fabric around your intensely expressive eyebrows, and right underneath the shadow that the brow bone casts down. Alright, for the bugs, I am going to be using just some gummy worms. I was going to get some fake bugs from the store, but unfortunately didn't have any. You could make some yourself out of Model Magic or something, but if you're on a time crunch, these are the best bet. I added down some Prozaid, and then I did cut up the gummy worms just a little bit and applied them down. Doesn't really matter about the colors too much because we'll be painting these anyways. If wearing this for Halloween, leave your mouth open and leave it completely empty so that you can still get some little drinks in there. I always like to plan my makeup around drinking because that's priorities. When that's all down, I'm taking some UV activated paint. This is all from Mayron. I'm mixing some blues and some yellows. I was going to do green, but you can just mix the blues with the yellow to make green. These do dry, but it takes a little while because they're more of a creamy texture, but they do dry pretty well. And I'm taking white now, which looks completely normal to the naked eye, but then again, under black light, it glows this light blue. So I'm just stippling that all over the entire look so that it's just secretly there. And then taking some 3D gel and putting that all over the gummy worms. This is just so that they look really slimy and gross. You could skip this if you want, but I think it adds a really spitty, cool texture to it. We're gender bendering this, making it our own anyways, so I grabbed some burlap from the store, cut it into a few little patches, and decided to prozade that on my chest, just to help bring the chest into the entire look, because I did make a headpiece as well with this, out of that burlap, so I wanted to bring that element back into the look. He has the stitches on the sides of his body, because he's essentially just a bag full of fucking bugs, but I put that down my chest, really simple and easy. Threw on a green wig, and this is the headpiece I was talking about. I just made this out of Model Magic and wrapped it in burlap, put a few little burlap pieces around the headband just to give it a distressed look. You could happily just make the shape out of wire and wrap it in burlap and then glue it to a headband, whatever works. And that's it. I really hope you guys like it. You could get a UV flashlight like Christy used in her UV skull makeup, and you could just kind of flash that on yourself when you want at a fun little party. I really hope you guys like it. I love it so much. It's one of my absolute favorites this Halloween season. Thank you so much for watching, and use the hashtag Hansween so I can see your recreations or you just want me to see your work. I absolutely love the fuck out of you guys, and I will just see you tomorrow.